Hello tubesters, it's Gav and welcome to another one of my videos. Today it's a last reveal of these Milan City Guards. These are AB Napoleonics, they're 18mm and they're just some extras thrown onto the Italian commission I've been painting. We were a bit short, so the clients asked me to dig through my spares box, as I think I said on another video, and provide these last two regiments. There is one figure less which I've gone hunting, and talk about scraping the bottom of the barrel. I've found a Fanion bearer that is going to be converted into a sergeant. You'll see that the officers, it's the usual commands with great coats that unfortunately, as I say, we were scraping the barrel somewhat, so we've had to have commands in great coats while the other guys aren't. It's just clients happy with that. As I say, it's just to get these extra few done. I've got one more unit of light infantry which I've began painting the other day. I've got about 10 figures still to go on those. Whether the sapper actually had the tricolour or the red plume, but we've gone with the tricolour plume. Again, the greatcoat ones aren't much to show. The officers, I've put in the pewter grey. Again, these greys, you can go a bit more bluey, you can go lighter or darker, it's really up to you. I don't hold too hard and fast to these type of things, you know, you'll see them written, and as long as they're roughly the same, because the dyes in those days would have been completely different as they are even in modern uniforms. So, drawn a bit of a wreath on there, just to break up the cover a bit. Had a bit of interest. I've done a couple of ticking blue striped trousers, and the client said, well, they're nice, can we have a couple more? So the drummer got one and an extra figure. There's no point showing you them all, but I managed to squeeze a unit out for him for those anyway, so that was a bonus. As I say, I'm going to do a sergeant in a great coat, but he won't be done now till I've done the light infantry, just to say. I don't like messing all my colour palette up too much, and I don't mean the mess so much, just to paint these separately. The guys I'm doing are in green, not white trousers, so yeah, he'll be on at the end, but you won't really notice that. I just want to show these guys off really. So that's 18mm AB Italian Milan City Guard. I hope you're okay. I hope you're doing well, keeping yourself busy. By the sound of it, everybody in my housing estate is. All the sawing, banging, kids going. I've had to shut all the windows. It's yeah, it's certainly a lot more noisier than it would be on a normal day. So coming up videos, I've done all I need to do to the LAV 1:35 scale armour personnel carrier. All that's remaining on that to do, which I will be doing later on, is putting a couple of antenna on for the radio communication gear and mudding up the tyres. I was going to put a road in, but I just don't have the time, and I don't think I've got all the bits and pieces anyway, so that's going to just go into my display cabinet next to the Merkava. So that'll be a video coming up very soon. The commands for Paul Becker's, I've got all the figures painted bar the face on the radio op, and I've got to spray up the tree I've made and stick all the little leaves on. That'll be a joy. And then just obviously work on stick the figures down and stick them all on. I'm just going for one more because I've been doing my little singing intros to that, and I don't really think you could stand much more. So there's going to be one more video on that, and that'll be the reveal. and we'll have to find an appropriate song for that one. No, it won't be the cheeky girls. What else? I've had some silver in, as I knew I would do, on the lav, and I've tried to coat over because my paint's still rough. I've got away from now having all the runs and majority of the runs in that corrected now as I'm spraying with my airbrush from my modelling, but unfortunately my paint's still quite rough, and you know, I've still got a lot to go on that one yet. So I've recoated that at least twice in some gloss, but I don't think it's going to make much difference. I think the Sea Fury is going to silver up as well. But so that's the decals are going on tonight on that one. So that'll be a video to show you once she's been weathered before I stick on the prop and the undercarriage. I've got a ton of unboxings to show you. As I say, I'm waiting to do a stash video on my model kits, but I've got two coming from one company and one from another. The one was just an eBay purchase. It's fatal, really. I just happened to switch on, and it was like 52 minutes before expiry, and nobody had put a bid on it. It's only a 1 in 72 scale helicopter, but and it's second hand. But I thought, I've got to pull the trigger on that one if nobody outbids me. So yeah, I've got that coming. So I was actually just waiting to get those so I could show the stash off in all its glory. But if I don't get them through, I mean, they've all supposedly been in the post now a few days, but obviously it's all over the shop at the moment. So I'm hoping to get a stash video up in the next 2 or 3 days with those. If not, I'll just start some unboxings with those. I've also got a bust and a couple of figure unboxings to do as well. I've also got some 10mm American Civil War, those Arkansas regiment that I started. I'm just got to do the last 4 or 5 figures on that at some stage over the next week or two, and put those on some bases, and that'll be a little video as well. So lots to see and do on Gav's channel. So look after yourselves, guys. I do appreciate all the subscriptions and the kind comments that I've had. It's really been appreciated. You know, it boosts the morale, and you know, it gets me getting more videos out. So that is really massively appreciated. So take care of yourselves, and we'll catch each other very soon on another video. Cheers.